Why do men feel so lost right now? I think that the world is designed for women at the moment, specifically because women were so like pushed down for such a long period of time that the pendulum had to swing instead of going to the middle to make it, let's say the pendulum was here. This is men, this is women, and it was, the world was very built for men to succeed. In order for women to be able to succeed, instead of the pendulum going in the middle, it had to swing all the way across to the other side for women to try and help them so they can get their own careers and feel good about themselves and, not contribute to society because they're always contributing to society, but to be on the same sort of level playing field as men. However, I think it's gone way too far that way. And now, side note, I don't think a lot of women wanted this to begin with because I think a lot of them wanted to be, stay-at-home moms. And now, because there's so many more people in the workplace, i.e., women as well as men, now wages have gone down so much that you can't really, unless you have one person that has like a really high paying job, it's not like the 50s and 60s where the male would go out and get the job and the female would be able to stay at home and look after the kids, and they'd have more than enough money to buy a house, feed everyone comfortably, go on trips, all that sort of stuff. Like, it's just not possible these days. That was a side note. I digress from what we were talking about. But yeah, I think the pendulum has swung so far in the other direction that, yeah, women are, specifically social media, I would say, is like very much almost targeting women to hate men. I don't know if you've thought of this recently, but there's like the three, was it the 3 6s is kind of like a rule. Don't date a guy unless he's 6 foot 6 inches and six figures. So that's pretty insane to have that as your prerequisite to date someone. Purely for the fact that who is 6 foot? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not, like, I'm 6'3", right? And people say to me all the time, like, you're so tall. Like, bro, to me, obviously, to me, I don't think I'm tall. But, I'm always like, wow, there's a lot more taller people than me out there. But that just goes to show that, you know, on average, most of my friends are about 5'7", 5'8", most of my male friends. I don't know a lot of guys that are over 6 foot. It's not to say that we're a rare breed, but I just, on average, most people are under 6 foot, I would say. So that's already made the dating pool so much smaller. Now, add on to that six figures. Dude, I don't earn that. I don't know anyone that earns that. that I know personally, apart from older people, but anybody my age, I don't know anybody that earns that. And 6 inches, well, I mean, I think that's pretty much the standard, isn't it? Like, so that's fine. But those three things, like you've gone from having, say, 100% of men that you can date to maybe 1%, 2% that maybe fit into those three categories that hit all the marks. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like women are they're very much pushed against men. They're very anti-men, a lot of women these days, especially on social media. I think it's different when you meet people in person. People have a different persona online, or maybe they're just their truest selves online. I don't know. That's maybe a topic for another time. I'm not sure. But I think why men feel so lost right now is a combination of women pushing them away, society pushing them away, especially, like white men. If you're a white male, you're basically the equivalent of a piece of dog shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, so many people are like, oh, you don't get to have an opinion. You don't get to have this. You don't get to have that. And also, I don't think there's enough male camaraderie in our society anymore. For all of history, men would do apprenticeships, for an example. When they were young, if they wanted to become a blacksmith, they would go apprenticeship with the blacksmith. Or for, they'd hang out with their dad or the farmer and learn from the farmer, learn from their dad, learn from other men. Or you go back even further in history, hunting parties. Men would congregate together and go and do these, big hunts together as a group. Men are naturally like quite competitive with each other. I don't know about you, but I play a game of Uno with my girlfriend, sorry, fiance, recently become a fiance. And it becomes the most competitive thing in my life. I'll go and play basketball with one of my friends or something, and he'll beat me, and then all that'll be going through my head is I need to come out here every single day and practice as much as I can to become the best basketball player. So if we ever meet up again like this and play basketball, I absolutely destroy him because I have to be the best. I might just be cooked in the head, but that's how I am with everything. I'm the same with sparring. I go to boxing, and if I spar and I get absolutely destroyed, I'm like, okay, I'm practicing every single day now for 2 hours, and until I spar this guy again, and I dominate him. But there's not a lot of men activities, so also men are kind of pushed towards gaming. And as somebody that was a full-time gamer, actually, I was a full-time streamer for 5 years, 6 years. That little award up there was from my gaming days. And men are pushed towards gaming because it satisfies your competitiveness. It satisfies your little goals, your little dopamine hits you get from completing goals. Like it takes 10,000 hours to become good at something outside of gaming, but in gaming, it takes maybe 100 hours. So we're sort of pushed into this, oh, play these games. This will, and you get all your achievement and stuff in this like virtual world. And I think on top of that, there's no like big wars. I mean, obviously there's like wars going on, but there used to be like, I think it's like 200 years of recorded history has been war free. Whereas, wars these days, and I'm not pro war by any means, I'm just using this as an example. Wars these days are all done with like drones and missiles and all that sort of stuff. Back in the day, it was just, like a whole bunch of guys, yeah, okay, cool, and send them out to go into battle. Um, I feel like that doesn't feel like there's a reason. That's why I think combat sports, you see my little gloves up there. I think that is one of the best things guys can do, especially if you are feeling lost right now. I've done a year of Muay Thai, and I hurt my back about 6 months ago, so I had to stop. I hurt it pretty bad, but I've just started getting back into it, and I'm doing boxing because for some reason kicking with Muay Thai is still like hurting my back. So I've gone and joined up with a different place. Just started off doing some boxing, and dude, even just like I didn't even realize within that 6 months of not doing it, and then my first time back in a fight gym. Oh my god! As on my drive home, I was saying to myself, I have missed this. This is what I've been missing. This is what I needed in my life. I didn't even know I was missing it for 6 months. I mean, obviously knew I was missing it, but I didn't realize how much of my whole being like craved that male bonding that men do. So I would say it's a combination of lots of things as to why men feel so lost right now. um and yeah, hopefully, I mean, I think it's going to get worse, but hopefully it gets better. Hopefully people start addressing it. I think people are starting to take it a little bit less jokingly than they were before. But yeah, still, it's so much stigma around it, and it's just like men need help too. Everyone needs help. Why? Why make people feel bad, or why laugh at them if they need help? I don't know. To me, that just seems dumb.